Well, hello. Welcome back to Tale 3 Cabins. It was a year ago that a friend of mine, John, who's now on that boat trip, if you saw a couple of those videos, doing the Great American Loop, shot a buck in our southern Ohio property, and we split some of the meat, and then with the head, he ended up giving it to me to see if I wanted to hang it on our shed wall down in southern Ohio. So I did a little experiment, and I brought it to the back part of our property back last January. Dug a small hole and buried it in the ground to see if insects and other microbe-eating vermin would pretty much pick the skull clean. And that way it takes a lot of the hard work out of doing it manually or boiling it or various other methods. So I buried it at the beginning of January, and it's about 11 months now, and I'm going to uncover it to see just how well this worked out. You can check it out at the end of this video. But for now, we're going to go down to southern Ohio and just kind of go over a little bit what happened this year's gun season. So go check it out. Going to be a little bit smaller group than previous years, and just like previous years, there's a few odds and ends I need to take care of. One thing I noticed right off the bat was some rodents made a home inside my brand new John Deere riding lawnmower, which I needed to take care of right away because that bothered me to no end. Sunday evening just before opening day, and usually the normal get settled, get packed, get your beds made, and get a nice dinner prepared, and just kind of relax. Sometimes we'll sit around a campfire, and sometimes we might watch TV if we have some reception.
Sausage, pepperoni, you name it, it's in there.
Sausage, pepperoni, mushrooms, ground meat.
We got up dark and early. Got up in our stands just before the sun was going to rise. It's about 26 degrees outside, a little bit of frosty morning. Now with a shot that close, usually you prepare yourself for something to come barreling through the woods at any moment, because maybe those deer were in a group and they've all scattered. But nothing showed up. Uneventful morning for me, and I head back up to the clearing with our UTVs to find my buddy Don. There's nobody in there, so I don't know if he went down. Now that's a pretty fine deer for these parts. Usually you don't see a lot of bucks in our area because we don't have a lot of farming. We have a lot of hills and we have a lot of cows. So there's really not the nourishment to grow large bucks.
Nice.
Yeah. You could technically count that one, but I'm not gonna. I'll just count these.
This kind of looks like the guy I saw muzzleloader. Were you here? Remember I told you I was going to shoot at a deer and my safety was on?
I don't know if I was here for muzzleloader. I just talked to you.
Pulled the trigger and it was click. It's very similar to that.
Yeah, he's got a big neck.
I'm like, did I just see something move? It was like barely light enough to see. 15 minutes she was around me by that feeder. Just.
Well, they're gonna be there. You've seen all the tracks and the trails, you know.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he there?
He come
There's
by
my
me.
Ohio shooter.
He came by me. He made a mistake.
Well, you shot at least twice.
Twice.
God, those last shots I heard.
Yeah,
Holy
they're right.
crap, they sounded right below me.
Yeah, they must be on the other side of the hillside there. Huh.
He's a nice sized deer.
You just saw the one doe?
Neck on him.
Yeah.
You just saw the one
just
doe?
it.
Yeah.
How about you?
I saw a coyote twice. But one time I wasn't sure it was a coyote, and the second time was definitely a coyote. But I didn't see any deer. I kicked up a couple walking in. I heard them scrambling when I walked in, but
Yeah, 7 o'clock this morning. I'm like, and it stayed right in line with the tree. Then it came and it milled around and milled around and
He
milled
was
around.
snorting like crazy down below me.
Yeah.
He must have been snorting at the guys on the other hillside or something, and then all of a sudden he just happened to walk up the right way and
Were you on the ground or in the tree?
ground. Over there, it's just so many little saplings. I mean, you got that little opening if they come into, but over here, with all the treetops, I wouldn't have gotten a shot at this from there. He was too far away.
Nice deer.
I gotta pay for another mount.
I'd like to have that problem once. One Ohio buck is all I want. Well, you know, something like that I can mount.
Yeah, he probably cleaned us out now for big bucks for a while around here. I think it's like every 3-4 years.
Well, like I told Tom, I don't remember the last time I've come here where I was allowed to shoot a buck. Every time I come down here, I've already had my buck.
Right, you only got do you have other tags now or?
No, I don't have another tag. I could go buy another one, but I don't want to shoot. I don't care to shoot another doe. I'm gonna have to deal with this thing. I'm gonna probably take it to that place like you said, Tom.
It's just on the other side of the freeway.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 15
Because
minutes.
I don't want to screw up the Cape where I can't. I could skin this thing,
Yeah,
but what if I cut too far up and I screw up the Cape?
right.
I don't
What
want
if you
to.
do?
So if it falls out,
Wait, whoa! You want to make it down your path? The head hanging out like that?
you don't think so?
If he falls out and the antlers get busted off, oh well.
A couple trees here and there.
You got pictures of them now.
We'll get down there and it will be a doe.
You want to run it through there? Put it into a thick pile of brush, and then kept it wide awake, waiting to see if there's anything behind it. I'm gonna watch it.
Don't you like the old cabin?
Worked for me.
We were able to clean up the deer. We took it to a processor that's about 45 minutes away from our cabin. We got it down there and we had enough time to get back for an afternoon hunt. It's this type of atmosphere where it doesn't matter if I see a deer or not. Even though it was a pretty uneventful evening sitting in the woods, it was still nice to be out there and just kind of sitting with nature. Don stayed at the cabin in the afternoon, and we kind of have a name for that, but I won't mention it here. He got a nice campfire started for us as we start coming down.
Moist, you know.
Really?
It was hard. I had it going, and all of a sudden it was just fizzing out. And I said, "Okay, I gotta put." And I ran out of the paper. You didn't see Tony coming out?
No, I didn't hear him. I didn't park up on the clearings.
Oh, you didn't park up on the top.
You could pop that thing on and keep some of the heat inside. It's going to be a nice star-filled evening, and the Milky Way is out pretty early this time of year. Don bought another tag online on the ODNR website so we could all go out this afternoon. Where's it at?
What?
Where is it at?
Ain't no way. They ain't here.
I mean, it ain't here.
I ain't shoot up. Here? You shoot some?
Hell no. It was around the thing. Saw one. Go.
Why don't you shoot?
Came in behind me. When I heard it, you know where you were sitting right in front of that ladder? Off to your right and behind you. Looks like a tree fell. It had some limbs and they've collapsed onto each other.
Yeah.
Sort of like this, about knee high. All of a sudden I heard this. Thought it was squirrels playing. Turned around. There's a doe. We're eyeball 15 yards. She just jumped back over it and then came straight up over the top.
I seen one water shooting and then just kept going that way. And a little while later I heard shots.
I wonder if it was that one that came over the top.
That's it? Were you on the internet while you were hunting?
No.
No?
Yeah, you had that app far wide.
I'd love to be able to stay the whole week down here for gun season, especially now being retired, but I got to go down to Tennessee for an HOA meeting, so I got to cut the week short. We're going to pack up and get ready to take off here.
14 stakes. I got the back straps, tenderloin.
This is all ground?
That's all
Oh,
ground.
wow, he
Those
froze
packs-
it already.
Well, some of it's still soft. I don't know. Do you think that'll fit in the cooler?
I don't know.
I don't
Oh,
think
let's
it will.
bring the cooler.
What's the
Cut
temp
the
supposed to be
antlers off.
tonight? Hey. What's it supposed to be temp tonight?
The deer processor did a pretty quick turnaround, so we didn't have to make a second trip and come back for Don's deer. He was able to just take it home with him as we're leaving. All right, so let's go check out the method of burying the skull in the ground for about a year and see how well that method works.
I see lots of bugs.
Lots of bugs? Ants?
No, like little flying things. I lost its grass.
halfway in or the whole thing?
No, it's one half. There's one half, the other half must be in there.
After knocking most of the dirt off and doing a little closer inspection, it actually worked out pretty good. It does have a stain from being in the dirt, but I think if you were to take this and just put it in a bucket with a little mixture of bleach and water, that it would brighten that up right away. It is picked clean from inside and out. Okay, that's going to do it for today. Hope you appreciate these videos and subscribe. Hit that little bell if you want to know when a new one is coming out. And keep an eye on us. Take care, everybody.